Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next test copy of our Aspire for Agriculture series. So as you all know that we are having or we have just finished Aspire for Agriculture test series in which we had 14 tests, 8 sectional and 6 full tests, and we have covered all the 14 tests now. So I am just discussing some of the good copies here so that you can understand how to answer in examination, how to structure your answer, how to introduce, how to conclude, how to write in the body part. So all these test copies can be very helpful to you. You can learn from the mistakes the student has made in the test copy. So let's see, let's start. And this is the copy of test 5 section A. So today we will be discussing section A of test 5, and in the next video we will be discussing the section B of test 5. We have already discussed till test 4. We have already discussed till test 4. So let's see what were the questions asked in test 5 and how the student has approached with the answer. And I will be not discussing everything line by line. I will be just discussing you the important points and the structure of the answer. So if you want to read the answers line by line, or if you want to read the answers in detail, you can simply pause the video and read it. Okay, so that is on you. So let's see. The first question is, discuss the factors affecting soil structure. So you all know what soil structure is, very nicely defined by student. It is the arrangement of primary particles such as land, silt and clay and their aggregates into definite pattern. So simply it is the arrangement of particles, that is sand, silt and clay. Okay, sand, silt and clay in various proportion defines the structure of soil. Now we'll see what are the factors affecting soil. So here you can just you can see the student has written 3-4 lines after writing factor affecting soil. So it is not necessary. This thing is not necessary. Simply you can go factors affecting the soil. Point number 1. You should use your words precisely, because first of all you will not have that much of time, that much of liberty in exam to write those things in too much detail. So be very precise, be very efficient. That will be very helpful. So simply factors affecting the soil structure, number 1 climate, number 2 organic. You can go this way. Okay, I am not saying this is wrong, but you should try to avoid these things. Okay, be very precise and efficient. So the first point, first factor is climatic factors. Obviously, there are various degree of degradation in soil due to climate changes. Okay, organic matter affects the soil structure. Absorbed cations affect the soil structure. Tillage affect the soil structure. Here, big clots are broken into small clots due to tillage. Types of vegetation, roots of vegetation penetrate the soil at various levels, and they changes the aggregate of soil. Okay, plant roots, as we see types of vegetation and plant roots, this could be clubbed together. Soil organisms have a varied effect. For example, earthquake, you know how much earthquake has an effect on changing of the structure of aggregates in soil. Okay, various practices, crop rotation, alternate wetting and drying. So all these things are the factors which affect the soil structure, and well written. Now let's move to the next question. Next question is, describe soil animals with their importance. Okay, so we all know what soil animals are. There are various soil animals present in the soils, from microscopic animals to various animals such as earthworms, centipedes, and to even big animals such as rats and squirrels. So these are soil animals. And you can see what student has done here. The student has written about fungi. That is why you will see that less marks in this question. Algae. Okay, so these fungi, algae, protozoa, these are not soil animals. Okay, fungi is plant, algae is plant. So whenever you are writing these types of answers, be very precise to the keywords in the question. The question is asking about soil animals, not soil plants. Fungi is not animal, algae is not an animal. So please be careful. From here it is good. Earthworms, insects, all these things have been mentioned. Okay, arthropods have been mentioned, burrowing animals have been mentioned. So this is good. This part is fair, but the upper part where fungi, algae are mentioned, that is wrong. So this was second question. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, what is soil moisture? Discuss the techniques to conserve it. We all know what soil moisture is. That is moisture present in soil, including the water vapor, or you can say everything present in the soil, either it will liquid form, either it is in vapor form. All these will combine into soil moisture. Now, how can we conserve soil moisture? We can do use cover crops. Okay, what cover crops will do? Suppose this is soil, this cover crop will cover the soil and it will reduce the evaporation losses. Evaporation losses will be reduced. Okay, drip irrigation things could be practiced. Okay, then water harvesting could be done. Mulching is very good practice, that is use of mulch, covering of soil by some mulch, either it is biological mulch, some plants, or either it is physical or plastic mulch, paper mulch, other those things, so to reduce evaporative losses, evaporation losses. Okay, we need to increase water use efficiency. Organic manures could be used. Crop rotation can be done, because suppose there is one high water penetrating crop and one is less water penetrating crop, so we can combine rotate. Because suppose rice is very water intensive crop. Sugarcane is a very water intensive crop. So our season after season, if you grow rice, it will take a lot of water and there will be problems of soil moisture. So we can rotate rice, millets is less water intensive, then again rice, then millets. So during millets, the soil will get the time to replenish its moisture. So that is important. Contour farming can be done. Overgrazing should be reduced. Conservation tillage, zero tillage can be practiced. So you all know these points. These are simple ones. And again, concluded nicely. So conclusion, simply don't give that much stress on conclusion. Try to be using positive sentences, and 1 to line in conclusion is more than enough. Okay, especially in 10 markers, you can give some details in 20 markers, but in 10 markers, 1 to positive lines is enough for conclusion. Next question is, discuss the various ways of soil management in arid and semi-arid conditions. So you will be expecting that why too much of soil question only, because this test was a sectional test of soil science and seed production. In section A, questions of soil science have been asked. In section B, questions on seed production have been asked, and we are discussing section A today. That is why you will see all the questions are from soil science only. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, discuss the various ways of soil management in arid and semi-arid conditions. So what are arid and semi-arid conditions? That is where the moisture levels, the rainfall, that is low. So that is arid and semi-arid conditions. How can we manage soil? Again, you can see these things needs to be avoided. Simply ways of soil management, and number one, number two, you can start this. First of all, obviously conservation tillage can be done. We can add organic manures. Obviously intercropping needs to be done. So if you want to read the answers in detail, simply pause and read it. Okay, I am just discussing the important point. Cover crops can be used. Agroforestry practices, irrigation management, crop residue management. So all these things, mulching, addition of essential nutrients, can help in soil management in arid and semi-arid condition. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, discuss the primary functions of N, P and K. So first of all, what is primary functions of N? Helps in develop leaves and stems, phosphorus. So you can see only one point have been mentioned. This can be enhanced to 3 points at least needs to be mentioned for each of the element. That would be a good answer. And you can see what is the question asking? Primary functions of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So you should focus on that only, right? Primary functions of not a, because if this part is not well, you are not going to get good marks. Okay, so primary functions should be well highlighted, and then if you want to write the sources, you can simply write in brief. Okay, but you can, as it is not directly asked in question, it could be avoided. Okay, if you are writing focusing so much on this part and not writing the primary functions properly, you will not get good marks. So please remember it, stick to the question, and if you want to add something extra, be brief and be very precise. And the next question is, that is 20 marker question. Describe soil health card scheme. Is it successful in India? And give reasons in support of your arguments. Okay. So first of all, soil health card has been described in brief. That is very good. It was started in 2015 by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. The scheme has been explained. It has 12 parameters of soil health. All those 12 parameters have been written. So very good. Objectives have been mentioned to improve soil quality, soil survey and sampling testing. All these things will be done. So well written points. You can simply pause and read it. Its implementation have been again described. Now here you can see that students is written too much. So I am just written here also, and I will giving idea also. When there is 20 marker question, I think max 300 words is enough. 300 pages is enough. Okay, and for 10 marker question, 1.5 pages is enough, max 2 pages if you are writing big in big fonts. Okay, that is enough because you have to write a lot of questions. 19 questions will you will have to write, and this is not and in agriculture optional. It is kind of in paper 2 especially, it's kind of very specific and scientific, so typical answers will take time. So please be very concise, very brief. Instead of writing too much, focus on the effectiveness of your points. Okay, benefits have been mentioned. Okay, then again it was written the scheme was quite successful. Their arguments have been mentioned. Okay, increased awareness and producers, reduced fertilizer use, increased productivity, more inclusivity. So well written points. And simply as you are writing answers in UPSC, you can suppose you are going that yes it is successful, you have written points, but in the last if you mention some challenges here, two three challenges, three four challenges, that enhances your answer. So if you are in support of that, yes it has helped our country, it has helped the farmers, yes you are writing the arguments in favor also, but at the end two three challenges, because there is no seam that is 100% perfect. Every seam has some challenges, so those challenges if are mentioned, that makes your answer very good. So I hope you understand this. And very good conclusion, swasth dhara khet, all these quotes have been mentioned, good. The next question is, discuss the impact of short and long duration crops, long duration varieties on deterioration of soil health. Okay, so first of all, impact of short duration varieties have been mentioned. Again, this needs to be avoided. Okay, this can aggregate. This can lead to overuse of fertilizers and other inputs, because in short duration varieties they need lot of water, lot of fertilizer. We all know it. Such a, things can be seen in green revolution. Okay, so all these things point are well written. You can simply match. You can simply read it. They can change the pH. They can reduce the compactness. They can decrease the availability of essential nutrients. So obviously well written. And in long duration also they have written, such as for example sugar cane. So a lot of water is required. Okay, more number of diseases can attack the plants. It can reduce the organic matter of soil. So well written points, you can simply pause and read it. And effective ways to reduce this impact have been also mentioned, such as crop rotation, practicing fallow agriculture, avoiding long duration varieties, judicial irrigation practices, soil testing, green manuring. So these are fair points. And you can see, don't write in so much compactness. Give proper spacing whenever you are writing answers, so that it is easier for the examiner to evaluate your copy. If it will be easier for the examiner to evaluate your copy, obviously it will give you half a marks, 1 mark extra. So neatness is also important. Okay, it is not the primary factor which you should focus, but it is important. Try to keep your copy neat and clean, give proper spacing between lines. That is very important. Next question is, discuss the principles of soil fertility. So first principle, that is law of minimum, have been mentioned. That is given by JB Liebig. It states that plant growth will be limited by the essential element that is the most deficient matter. Suppose NPK is there. Okay, N is very less, P is very high, K is very low. So whenever N is destroyed, or whenever N is finished, it doesn't matter how much P and K are there, the plant growth will be limited. So I hope you understand this. And you can see good graphs are mentioned showing the various plant yield and nutrient added graph is mentioned here. Synchronomy is mentioned. So you can simply pause and read it. And again, its graph is mentioned. The accept graph, sigmoid graph, nutrient cycling have been mentioned. So 10 points, and I hope you understand. So this was the section A of test 5. So in the next video we will be discussing the section B of test 5. That is all for today. If you like it, if you like the copies, if you want that we should bring more copies for you, so please do like, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on a regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. That is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.